Alright, good morning. This is Wag Chicago. It is the 7th of February, and I'm checking Dr. Ding's updates for the flu, the new coronavirus, and I'm noticing a lot of channels have backed off. They don't even want to talk about it, and I don't blame them because either way you look at this, kind of like it's like you're in a corner. One way it turns to everything that they're saying it could be, and then the other way it could be just like every year it's been since 2003. And none of us are qualified to make any of these calls, but this doctor here has been giving pretty good updates. Let's see what he's got to say. 6 hours ago. Now, this is the public health scientist, Dr. Ding. If this is your first time on my channel, Dr. Eric Ding was a whistleblower, etc., etc. If you look on the front of his page, it explains all that. He's affiliated with all the top colleges, Johns Hopkins, all the way down. Here's what he said 6 hours ago on his Twitter. And he's pretty conservative. Like, he gets tired of people blaming him all the time for being the messenger. And he only tries to tell facts, so people still blow his stuff out of proportion, but whatever. Too eye-popping. My point is, he's not like one of these hyper guys. Oh my God, look out, everybody duck. Two eye-popping numbers from an insightful interview with Dr. Neil Ferguson of the MRC outbreak on the coronavirus. Interview 1, China. Cases are likely underestimated, maybe by 10 times. 1 to 12, 1:12 video. 2, global cases outside China also underestimated by about 4 times. So, why that's happening, I don't know. I didn't see the interview yet, but we will. Let's see what else is tweeted here. Interesting numbers. Now, they accidentally posted these numbers. This is still going around. The official numbers, they think either an insider flashed them for a second, because they came down right away, or it was a mistake in their software. When we got a reveal, and that's what we're seeing here on the screen here, that's in Chinese, but it's showing number of deaths, number of people that survived, etc., etc. Way worse than they're telling you, according to that flash. Now, we don't know who that is. Again, this is why this is so hard to report on, and you really can't take a stand, because we don't know the information we're getting. We don't know if those leaks were real, which I doubt they are, because China's got their country sealed down. Very rare to get a leak out of China ever in about any topic. Okay, they got their internet locked down just like our country does. They could shut it down in 2 seconds. This one says he's replying to Dr. Ding 6 hours ago about the outbreak. Deaths are controlled by not testing and fudging cause of death. Cases are controlled by limited testing. Half cover up, half is just being stupid, incompetence. That was just somebody replying to the doctor. Cremation, PM carries coronavirus pound. The quote: the results show that the emissions of air pollutants from the crematories that directly discharge flue gas exceeded the emission standard of China and Beijing. Now imagine that, because China's got no standards anyways. So that fog you're seeing in that town is from the burning bodies, according to that. Skeptical about the source, but I wouldn't be shocked to this being true on this post. 5 hours ago by Phoenix, whoever. Again, we don't know if this is real. It looks like it's inside that new hospital. It says coronavirus, Chinese media giant lists deaths at 24,000. They're telling you 400, 500. Okay. somebody's lying or the numbers are really underreported. And one of the word is that all the bodies that are in apartments and so forth, if that's even true, again, if those aren't being reported because they're not officially dead in the hospital, so they're not counting those. It may take a while, so it may not even be on purpose. It could be just lack of training, lack of knowing how to do this, whatever. Danielle replies to the doc. Of course, numbers are much higher. China has no capacity of testing everyone outside China. Mild cases most likely not be detected. Now, here's the problem. If everybody keeps playing this down, like half of them are doing, this is just like the politics. Half the Trumpophiles, he can do no wrong. Then the other half are screaming that he still got elected 3 years ago. This is what this is turning into. The problem here is none of us on either viewpoint, and I'm not on the fence for either side. I don't know. I've already told everybody this. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. And that's kind of creepy. The only thing I could say is, again, just common sense. Don't touch your eyes. Don't go in the store if you hear people coughing. It's something that we're going to have to use that almost nobody has anymore. It's a thing that we used to call common sense. I'm not even being a smartass. I don't know almost anybody who has it anymore. It used to be called street smarts. Things like that. You're going to have to use that in this case. Okay, let's just see before I run out of time here. Let's see if this has got a video here. And I want to watch that doctor's video from earlier. Okay, the Sun magazine, I'm just going to back out of that because that's like their Inquirer. It may be true, but it's already hard enough to get information. I can't watch the Inquirer of China or of England telling me what's going on. No offense, Inquirer or Sun or whatever. This isn't the time to be doing that with this kind of information. Here's about the air quality from the crematories. Now, this is something. I have lost control of my phone. What's going on here? This is something that you could look at, and maybe I'll do that with the Google map through NASA and see if there's any type of gases I can see over this area. It says this is an abstract report. The process of corpse cremation generates numerous harmful air pollutants, including particulate matter, sulfur dioxide, which I could look up, nitrogen. You know what? I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna come back and we're gonna look at the air on this. Okay? I'll come back and look at that because that's gonna take a while. I want to look at this video clip here of this professor real quick. I'm running out of time here. I just got to clip the 10 minutes because I don't want these to keep running on. This is the interview he's talking about where they're saying the cases may be more.
Good afternoon. We are here today.
Notice how they're putting the coronavirus tag now on everything. See this? Get the latest information from the WHO. The WHO doesn't have the balls to declare this even an emergency yet. So, or a pandemic or a potential one. So be careful on the information you're getting from WHO, in my opinion.
With Professor Neil Ferguson, Director of JIDA, talking about the current coronavirus outbreak. Welcome. Thank you.
Link in the thing. Because I probably can't play this. It's somebody else's tape. So this is that interview with Paul Ferguson. I'll add that to the description. You guys can go and watch that and see. Now, I wasn't watching this doctor.
Well, a bit of an update on the coronavirus epidemic, and again, trying to keep this evidence-based. So today,
And his name's Dr. John, and he gives you just facts. Because he doesn't want no hype. So I'll put a link to his site also. I've been following him. He'll just give you, this is from this date, time. These are the sources. He's very fact-based. That's it. No fringe, no frill. And then he'll show you that versus the October training drill, which would say that they should be at this point by now, etc. So I think you guys will like this too. And I still am having, I can't go live. My screens, I can't get to match up. The new um, OBS through Streamlabs does not, I can't get it configured on my Microsoft Surface. And Microsoft Surface is a tablet basically on steroids. It's not even supposed to be able to run OBS. So how I was even getting it up there, I don't even know. The original ones. So I'm going to start doing the cell phone ones if I have to. I just can't buy a laptop right now. So that's why I've been off the air on this for a little bit. And I needed to take a break. I had to step back because this is so overwhelming. Those of you who make videos will understand what I'm talking about. Uh, you just get flooded at one point, and then you're just like, I gotta step away for a day or two just to clear your head. There's so much with this virus and what's going on, and trying to decipher and decode, or even you shouldn't have to do that. If these people would be honest with us and just tell us what's going on, I think it would be a lot easier. But it wouldn't be as fun, I guess, for them. So, anyways, that's the update on the flu. It's probably worse than they're saying, but then we don't know if that's even true. So there you are. It's either it is or it ain't, and we really don't know until you start seeing people in your neighborhood sick. Uh, Most people aren't going to believe it. So don't panic. I know there's a run on the masks. The masks aren't going to help you anyways, just so you know. And they may help if you used it properly, but here's what you're not going to do. You're not going to cover your hair with like a do-rag like I wear. When I went out yesterday, you always see me when I do my videos, I always got something on my head. But I wear those on my head because I can come home and wash them. I got a whole bunch of them. So when I'm walking around, there's germs getting picked up by your hair. So if you're wearing a face mask, you come home, you take your mask out, you properly dispose of it, your hair is full of germs. And I'll just leave it at that. So everybody freaking out about the face mask, you're not freaking about the right thing. You're not going to cover your hair. You're not going to wash your face when you get home from being outside. You're not going to use colloidal silver spray on your face to protect it from the germs to begin with. Now, some of you who watch my channel already are probably doing those things because I've done quick videos on how to do all that. And you don't have to. You can just get all this air in your hair and go out in public and not worry about nothing. Okay? But if you are going to wear face masks, then you got to do all the rest right. You can't just play dress up like it's almost reminds me of these cops with their big tanks and all their toys. And they can't wait for somebody to run on them so they can pull into a parking lot or a street intersection in Miami with a UPS truck and just start hiding behind all the women and kids as targets, or to block the targets of them being hit. Oh, hang on, I'm digressing. Anyways, it reminds me of that. When you have all these toys and you don't know how to use them, and then you end up using them and you're like, what did I just do? So, if you're going to get a mask, at least learn there's a whole bunch of things that go with that mask that you need to do too. And then you're going to rub your finger on your eye on accident because you got an itch, and the whole mask has got ruined. That's what I'm saying about the way. And I think that's when you hear the doctors, they ask the doctor, well, should you wear a mask? They go, no, don't even bother. It's not because a mask may or may not block a certain size germ. They're going by size, nanoparticles. So if a flu virus is 3 nanoparticles and your mask can only stop things that are bigger than 5 nanoparticles, everything smaller than that is going to get through. That's one issue. Number 2, even if you did have one that could block it, XYZ, nobody's cleaning their hair. When you go out in public, you should have certain clothes you wear. Let's say you run into the store. Put on a certain pair of clothing that you wear out. When you get home, you change back into your house clothes. The same thing, you don't bring in your shoes from outside. When you go walking around the store, in the parking lots and everywhere else you go, you're dragging a ton of stuff in on your shoes, right? Now, you don't have to get crazy. You don't have to hide your shoes outside. But leave them by the front door. I would put them in a box or something. Just keep the airflow off it. And there you go. Switch into your slippers as soon as you walk in. There's reasons people did those habits years ago. Now we forgot all about it. Just wear shoes willy-nilly. And what so many people having autoimmune issues and all that, you got to think of these things. Or don't. You know what I mean? Just wear a mask. And don't worry about it. That's my point. You got to think. All right, everybody. That's the quick update for so far. I just woke up, so it's 7 in the morning. I hate early time, so I've been up on and off since 2 o'clock with pain. So, anybody else that they're having more pain than normal, just leave a comment if you can, because I want to know who else. I know a lot of people that are being affected the last 3, 4 weeks of something else. It's not the same as normal. So, I'm not gonna say exactly what it is because I want to see what you guys got to say and then compare notes. So. All right, have a great morning, and I will be back. I am hopefully going to be live streaming by this afternoon. So I've been cranking on, and this thing's aggravating me so bad. That's another issue. And I can't get aggravated because then stress causes the cortisol, which then causes swelling, and you guys know what I get. All right, everybody have a great morning. I'm out. And by the way, this is your host, Scott Wagner, Wags, Chicago. What's today? 7th of February, 2020. Have a great day.